Hi everybody, welcome back. We're on episode 3 of Leslie's Baking Basics, and today we're going to be doing basic Bran muffins. And we're going to be learning something new. If you don't know how to make your own homemade buttermilk, we're going to be doing that today. And we're going to be, of course, doing a taste test. So until further ado, let's get baking. Here we are in my kitchen, so welcome again. The first thing we're going to do for the recipe is we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees and have that ready and waiting for when we get to put the Bran muffins in. So I'm going to do that first. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do one of the most important ingredients that we have in our Bran muffins, and that's going to be our Bran. Now I use the crackling oat bran. I like the taste. Now you also can substitute that for Bran buds or for all Bran. And the most important thing about this is we're going to be soaking it in 1 cup of boiling water to make the consistency quite smooth and a little teeny bit mushy or softened. So let's pour our Bran into the bowl. So we're going to have 3 cups. Okay, now we'll set that aside and we'll get our boiling water. So here we're going to put our boiling water. We're going to take and put 1 cup into our liquid measuring cup, and we're going to pour that over. Okay, now we're going to mush that down in there. And then we're going to set that aside and let the Bran soak up the water. Okay, for our next ingredients, we're going to be creaming the butter, sugar together, and then we're going to be adding the eggs one at a time and incorporating that in. So let's use 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 whole cube. This is salted butter. This is at room temperature. We're going to put that into the mixer. And then we're going to be using 1½ cups of all-purpose white granulated sugar. Into the bowl. Now we're going to lift this up and we're going to start combining it on low speed and then up to medium speed for 2 minutes. So there we have a good consistency. Now we're going to add our eggs, which also need to be at room temperature, 1 at a time, and beat them. We'll turn. Okay, so buttermilk. Who knows how to make buttermilk? Here we have in my measuring cup, my liquid measuring cup. If your store does not have actual buttermilk, what you need to do is you need to take 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to 1 cup of regular milk. And you put that together and stir it and let it sit 5 minutes. And there you have buttermilk. So that's one way to make your own homemade buttermilk, which I've done here. So this recipe calls for 2 cups of buttermilk. So I did 2 cups of regular milk and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So my tip for the very, very delicious Bran muffins is putting in maple syrup. Now you could use any kind of maple syrup you like. In fact, you can even use sugar-free. But I like to use this golden griddle. You can use authentic. And I'm going to put in, for my trick, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup into the bowl. That's going to be tasty. Okay, let's look at what's on to the next ingredient and on our recipe. It calls for the buttermilk. So the buttermilk will be put next. We'll turn on our mixer to low and we will add the buttermilk. It also calls for 2½ teaspoons of baking soda. Now calls for the flour. We're going to be putting in 2 cups of regular all-purpose flour. Now you can substitute this for oat flour or for another type of flour. I'm using an all-purpose white. So let's aerate our flour and use our 2-cup dry measuring cup. And now for our last ingredients. Let's take a look down here in the bowl. This is exactly what it's supposed to look like. The bran has soaked up the water, and also the batter might be thin, but remember the brown's going to also soak up that extra liquid in there. So let's put that in. Now we're going to turn that on low and to mix and incorporate it until it's all blended. And here's our finished product. That looks really good. So we're going to put this down and we're going to put it into the tins. All right. Here we are. Here's our muffin tin that holds 12. So we're going to spray that with a non-stick spray. Some people put liners in. That's up to you. I find that the liners sometimes are hard to peel off, so I spray it with a non-stick spray and they pop right out. We're going to use our small ice cream scoop and we're going to fill these to 3/4 all the way full. So it looks like I made 12 here, and I'll be able to make at least another 6 to 8 more in the existing bowl. Let's put them in the oven, and we're going to start cooking them for 20 minutes, and then do the toothpick test to see if they're done. So I'll see you back then. There they are. They look good. Now it's time for the toothpick test. Looks good to me. All right. Nice and done. Now we're going to let them cool for 20 minutes and then we'll do the taste test. See you back. Here we have it. We're done with our muffins and they've cooled. Now I'm going to tell you a trick. Please take them out while they're hot in the pans and take a knife and go around the edges so that they won't stick, because these are very moist. and I find it easier that way. And also to spray the top of the muffin tin. Now if we look down here below, we can see I yielded 12 small muffins, but then I had a larger muffin tin and I got 6 out of that one. So I'm thinking this recipe is going to yield between 20 and 24 muffins. So that's great. Good color here we can see. As you see down here, we can see the Bran in there. And now we're going to have a taste test. We're going to add some butter, because everything's better with butter. That's a lot of butter. So moist. The crack on oat bran really worked, and the buttermilk was the rising agent in this one this time. Can you see the moistness there? And the consistency is delicious. And if you want to, you can add blueberries or raisins or cranberries, whatever you like if you'd like to add some fruit. And until then, I hope you enjoy these muffins. Thank you for watching me today. It was really great. I hope you will be able to comment below on what you liked about the episode. And please, if you would like to, post on my Facebook page a picture of your Bran muffins if you make them. Also, please know that I'm on TikTok now, and also I am on Pinterest, and of course Instagram. So, until I see you next time, thanks for joining me. And in my kitchen, I make it, you bake it.